Good evening, good morning. Another day of a run. A little bit chilly, quite early, but it's been good. So I'll talk about the run at the end. It's a bit different to the other ones. So this week I woke up, checked my emails and saw an email from the forums on the configuration work group. And as you do, check those things first thing in the morning. Anyway, there was one on Golden Client, a question around the use of a Golden Client with VC, and last weekend Steve Snyder and myself through Configurable Opinions, we actually did a recording of that, and on that exact topic. We just haven't quite got it released yet. I ran into a technical hitch where I thought I'd deleted the recording, but that's coming together and hopefully it'll be out in the next day or two. So that sort of hopefully might help contribute to the answer of that question. The other thing is I'm also developing just a short YouTube series on using sort of trig type functions in variant configuration, and I released one the other week on calculating the volume of a cone, and this week I'm just finishing off calculating the angle of the side of the cone and how VC does that with the inbuilt functions, and how SAP uses radians instead of degrees and things like that. So it's a little bit strange how they do it in some ways, but anyway, so hopefully that video will make it a bit more clearer and be useful to people out there. So there's that. Radiant Think, we're just working through a training proposal and an audit proposal. We're a company who've had VC for quite a while. They've had changes of modelers. They're not too sure if their models have good approaches, and it's sort of just working through both the training aspect, so the modelers come up to speed on good approaches, and just having a look at the models that they've got to see if they can be improved or changed, or they might be totally good, but so time will tell. So there's that. Whoops, starting to rain here, I think. Okay, so this run, this is on Western Port Bay, and this is the other side of the Mornington Peninsula to where I normally run, and so the landscape's quite different. Obviously on this part anyway, it's a wetlands that goes out basically to the bay. On this side you can't really see the bay, but in the distance you'll see some petrochemical tanks and things like that next to this area, but anyway, and there's a bit of residential, so but this reserve's really great. Like, it gives you about 4 to 5 kilometres of running on these boardwalks and tracks and things, so it's quite a nice place to run. I've been here before, and so you end up at a place called Jack's Beach, and at Jack's Beach it's called that because back in around 1908, I think, there was a family that lived down there and would do fishing and things like that, and there's a few remnants of a jetty and a big like a vat where they used to boil up bark oil or something and preserve fishing nets and things like that. So it's a great spot to run. So I think that's pretty much how I'll wrap it up. I hope COVID's going okay in your parts of the world. In Melbourne, we've actually had a mini lockdown in some areas of the city just to try and cap a small spike in cases. Our cases are pretty low here, but they're really trying to keep a lid on it, and so we've had some changes happening here, but on the whole we're pretty lucky. We are doing quite well. So wherever you are in the world, I hope it's getting better, and that you're all keeping safe and being kind to each other and working from home or working from work, whatever you're doing. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I do talk a bit too much and ramble on sometimes, okay. So have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.